No idea. Nope.
That's D'Angelo.
I don't know what that is. D'Angelo?
He just died. You don't know the hip hop, R&B soul artist?
Okay, yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Rest in peace.
I got you. Yeah. Okay. What? I was like, who the hell is D'Angelo?
That dude was bad, man. He was a bad man.
I didn't know much about him.
Yeah, he was a multi-instrumentalist and could sing and bad dude. Bad dude. Rest in
R.I.P.
peace. Untitled is the name of that song. Untitled. How does it feel? Something. How does it feel?
Okay.
That's my impression of the late great D'Angelo.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Great Measures. My name is Richard. This is Judson.
Great measures.
All right, got a band for you called Conjurer. The song is called Hang Them in Your Head.
Okay.
It's from an album called Unself that came out on October 24th.
Unself.
Unself.
Very Buddhism.
Conjurer is the name of the band. The song's called Hang Them in Your Head.
Okay.
Ready
Let's
to roll?
listen to it then.
All right, this is Hang Them in Your Head by Conjurer. Ready to roll?
Proceed, Richard.
Fire!
What'd you think?
I liked the pacing of the song.
That's why.
Dun, 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 and then I really enjoyed the dissonant. They stayed on the playing, strumming those dissonant things the whole time.
Those two reasons are the reasons I wanted to show you this song.
Yeah, I like those elements musically. I got a little weary of it, sort of it through the middle, with the repetition of. I guess when he was just singing in a clean voice, I got kind of. It's just kind of boring.
Okay.
At that section.
Sure.
It was just kind of. But I realized that's just sort of the movement of the song. It would fit the rest of what the song was. I just didn't particularly. I don't know. But all the little breaks with the. And they did some cool. When they meet up together on dun 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 dun. Like the last breakdown section at the end was really cool.
Yeah.
And just how they, I liked that part for its attention to rhythm and riff, putting them together.
Yeah.
And playing on all the, the drums, playing on with the notes. That dun 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 dun. And then they use space really well throughout the song.
Sure.
But I wasn't really into the vocal offering too much.
Yeah, I kind of assumed that was going to be the case.
And I'm sure that Conjurer are great dudes.
Sure.
I have no doubt they're beautiful people. Mm-hmm. But what is the deal? I'm so many of these bands are starting to look the same to me. And I mean look the same. The black, the mannerisms. It's as if the type of music that they're playing requires the dress code, the mannerisms. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, why do you think Sleep Token is one of the biggest bands in the world right now?
You tell me.
It's because of their music in some ways, but it's also because of their look. Mm-hmm. Now, I know other bands, I'm not saying Sleep Token's doing anything new. People are they latch on it, right? Everything that is huge. I mean, what's the name of that band? Is it Batushka?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like Batushka.
Batyushka.
I don't think it's Batushka.
Batyushka.
Is that where the emphasis goes?
I think so, yeah.
I know they dress up, right?
Yep.
And then who else have we listened to that dresses up? What was the Satan? The guy who answers the question, drinking a glass of wine.
Yeah, we've never done that band.
Who was the name of that band?
That's Gorgoroth.
I thought we had done. Mm-mm. Have we not? Mm-mm. They dress up, right?
Well, they have corpse paint.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we've done Slipknot, obviously one of the biggest bands of the last 25 years.
Well, sure, but that's a different story. That's a different story altogether. Yeah, but I'm talking about the more robed, pulpited.
Oh yeah, okay. Ghost.
Pulpited thing. Well, sort of. Even Ghost goes a little further, but yes, yes, but even Alice Cooper did this.
Yeah.
So I mean, all I'm saying is Sleep Token's big for what they do. Whatever. But a lot of times it's an idea. The idea has already happened, and then somebody else modifies it a little bit, and then they get the attention, right? But outside of the theatrical part of it, just the metal dudes that are just out there playing long hair, one side coming back this way, and the bald guy with the earrings, and everybody wearing black, and it just, you can almost pick out who's the drummer, who's the guitar player, who's the singer. And I don't know, man. I'm not trying to knock on anybody's thing. I just sort of am wondering if something requires so much of if when I sign up to play metal music, I have to I then slip into a way of talking, a way of dress, a way of a humor, or whatever it is. I tend to be leery of those kinds of things, right? If I say let's say I say that I would rather the government not meddle in my affairs so much, someone's going to call you a what? If you're just going the two-sided coin, you're a conservative, right? You want less government.
So if somebody was to say, you're a conservative, you want less government, then you're a Nazi.
Or now you're pro this, anti this.
Yeah.
It comes with a rider of stipulations.
Because you took this stance, all of these other labels apply.
Because you entered into this one thing, you are now all this. And then that's kind of what I feel like to be a part of metal in a way, I know that there's exceptions to every rule, but you tend to wear black, you tend to move a certain way, Mm-hmm. And I get it. I sort of have, I'm hanging things in my head of, jokes and stuff on the wall, or just things that I wouldn't want to say out loud initially about what seems to be the conformity around certain aspects of involvement that I tend to thumb my nose at.
I guess it...
if that makes any sense.
Obviously, what they're wearing and how they present themselves. This is for a music video that will be on the internet forever. So they had to think through what they were going to wear and what they were going to look like. I think, and I'm not presenting an argument by any means, because I tend to agree with you, because other than wearing shirts that are of the bands that I like, nobody would ever look at me and go,
no,
that guy listens to death metal.
Not
and
even
you've said
close.
This 1,000 times.
Not even close. It's hilarious.
So I agree with you to an extent, because even if I go to a concert, I stand out like a sore thumb, because I don't, other than wearing a band t-shirt, I don't look like anybody else.
To some extent. But even.
But hold on.
Sorry.
In this music video, let's just use this music video as the example. If they were wearing tuxedos,
yeah,
or if they were wearing overalls,
mm-hmm.
or tie-dyed shirts, or whatever, does that change?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be awesome. If they were up there in tuxedos, are you kidding? Or all wear overalls? That's great.
Yeah.
That's more eye-catching. That's kind of what I'm saying with the emblems. All the metal emblems. Mm-hmm. What is the name of that Sarasambasambog?
Sanguisugabog.
Sanguisugabog?
Uh-huh.
You can't read their logo, and I think they're poking fun at that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So my thinking of that is, everybody has a logo that looks like this. Mm-hmm. Even our logo.
Yeah.
Looks like this.
Yeah.
Why? Who decided that this is how all the metal...
I don't know, but I love it.
But why? They're all the same. They're all the same. There's no difference in them. If you can even read the word, if you are lucky enough to be able to pick it out, they're all the same. Where did it go that people come up with a logo that's cool looking, I mean, I'm sure we could go through a million different logos right now that are awesome for bands that say their name, but then also have to do with what their themes are in their music or whatever.
So there's one in particular that is in this realm, this more brutal, more extreme stuff that is one of my favorites. And I wear the shirt sometimes in our videos, but it's the band Devour the Unborn. But in one of the letters, I think it's maybe the O and the U in unborn, or the O in unborn, or the, anyways, they work in an image. It kind of blends into the lettering, but it's an image of a fetus.
Sure.
Curled up, you know.
Sure.
Which that kind of stuff to me is cool. Like, it's subtle, but
sure, but is the text still
it's pretty legible.
But it's still that crazy, looks like branches in a tree text.
Yeah, I mean, sort of, yeah.
I mean, I know all metal logos aren't like that, but a vast majority are. That's why we got the logo that we got.
Yeah.
And sigils are a big deal right now. I think sigils are cool.
Yeah.
But it's again, I'm not into conformity if I can help it.
Yeah, I know.
And I feel like sometimes, and again, this is no slight against Conjurer, because I don't know what their logo is even like. And you're right, when it comes to being in a light, like you want a certain light scheme going on, it's better for you to be wearing black than a white or anything that would reflect the light in any kind of funky way.
Yeah.
I understand that. Working at a theater, we in the backstage wear black so that we're not spotted at all. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
and I guess
like I said, I'm not arguing with you.
I think
at
it's
all.
more the logo thing. Even sometimes is if you put all these next to each other, and it's all the same. It's like they're all being done by the same artist with the same idea. I would be more intrigued if it was bubble letters that some 6-year-old wrote, and it's, Devour the Unborn, and it's all balloons or something.
Yeah.
That would, at least from a marketing standpoint, or from trying to get somebody's attention, especially now that there's such a conformity to such.
So I can only speak from my own personal experience. There are bands out there that do those types of things. They play extremely heavy music, and they have the most happy rainbows and bright lettering, and this is my personal experience. I don't share this with everybody, and I don't know. When I see that, I'm immediately turning off that band.
That's because you've been programmed.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm just telling you how my brain.
And we've talked about this before. Certain imagery has been beat into your mind so much on a particular kind of music that the music then takes on that imagery just based on its sonic offering.
Here's a perfect example.
And I don't like that.
There's a band called Deaf Heaven. They had a new album come out a couple of months ago. Amazing black metal shoegaze combination. Amazing band. One of their first big albums, it may have been their first album, had a pink cover. And I refused to listen to it because it had a pink cover. And it's one of the greatest albums that's been written in the last 20. I know.
I like the color pink. What's wrong with the color pink?
It's one of the best albums that's been written in the last 20 years. And I didn't listen to it for the first 10 years it was out, or however long. I don't know. I can't remember when it came out, but forever. I refused to listen to it because it had a pink album cover.
That's tough, man.
It's so dumb. And it just goes back to what I've kind of been saying for the last year or so on this channel about how I've been so closed-minded about certain things. And the monthly videos that we're doing now, where we're highlighting and showcasing new releases, that's just allowed me to be more open and be or hear more things that I'm like, I never would have listened to this.
Yeah. I just think it's a shame. You know?
Yeah, it is.
If you see a logo right now on a bumper sticker somewhere, unless you already are familiar with the shape of it, if it's just a word, you're not gonna have any idea what band that is. You don't even know if that's about a band. You're gonna have to go down there and try to pick out the letters and go, oh, I know this band. But if you see a bunch of dancing bears on somebody's bumper sticker, you know what that is?
No.
You're not familiar with all the little colored dancing bears? You've never seen them?
Fish or...
It's Grateful Dead.
that would have been my
Or the
second
Steal
guess.
Your Face. Are you familiar with the Steal Your Face? You're just saying that because that's what I'll bring up.
Yeah, those would have been my two guesses.
Yeah, but you know, those logos are.
I know it's not Pink Floyd.
No. What's Pink Floyd's logo? I mean, they don't have a logo, do they? I mean, unless you are looking at the way that it's written on the wall, like that writing that looks, or a pig, a floating pig or something, right? Or just album covers, like they don't even have that.
Yeah.
Which I think is cool. There's a lot of images. And my point with the Grateful Dead thing was the Grateful Dead have two main ones. They have a skull, red, white, and blue. You've seen that before.
I've seen that one.
And it'll say Grateful Dead. Sometimes it won't. It'll just have the thing, or it'll just have the dancing bears, which I guess just really represents the people that are going to see it. But either way, it's imagery that refers to that band. And I think some bands are sort of cutting their feet out from under them in the metal world just because of the adherence.
Or maybe they know that a lot of metal fans are like me and they're closed-minded and they don't want to hear stuff that has beautiful imagery.
So instead of trying to fix the problem, we just adhere to the thing, which is what the lyrics of this song are actually about.
Sure.
Which have to do with a focus on class, you know, fitting into a certain thing and the ideas of toppling those things, right? I thought it was about Israel Gaza at first because they used the word aid, which is another thing about being programmed. You hear aid now, aid, and you think, oh, this one particular thing, because they've said it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. They've co-opted the word. But I really like the pacing of this song. What about you?
Yeah. Again, it's one of those bands that I probably wouldn't have listened to.
Yeah. Out of England. Shout out to the king.
Shout out to the UK. It's it's got that sludgy, doomy post metal stuff that I'm kind of into right now, and just wanted to show it to you.
Appreciate it. Thanks for showing me this.
You're welcome.
Should we do this now? Because that's what everybody's supposed to do. This is the resume. This is what you're supposed to do now.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We are Great Measures. My name is Richard. This is Judson. He's an asshole.
Great Measures! Yeah.
Have a wonderful day, everybody.